If you're considering the Wusthof Classic Ikon 8-inch chef's knife, hold on, because this review will change everything you thought about this supposedly perfect kitchen tool. Yes, it's praised by many, but here's what surprised me. This knife isn't flawless. In fact, there are some serious issues that might make you think twice before spending $150.20 on this so-called kitchen workhorse. But before you ditch it, stick around. There's a lot more beneath the surface that might just convince you it's worth your attention after all. Let me start by saying this. The Wusthof Classic Ikon 8-inch chef's knife has a 4.7-star rating on Amazon, and it's made by a brand boasting over 200 years of tradition, forged in Solingen, Germany, the famed cutlery capital of the world. Sounds like a dream knife, right? But here's the thing. Every knife has its quirks, and the Ikon is no exception. Today I'm diving deep into what makes this knife stand out, where it stumbles, and whether it's truly the chef's trusty sidekick it promises to be. So who is this knife for? If you're a home cook looking to seriously upgrade your kitchen arsenal, a professional chef who needs reliability packed with precision, or even a hobbyist who enjoys the ritual of chopping and slicing with style, this knife targets you. It's advertised as an all-purpose cook's knife, meant for slicing, dicing, mincing, you name it, everything from tomatoes to thick cuts of meat. Alright, let's kick off with what you immediately notice: the design. The Wusthof Classic Ikon sports that sleek black handle made from a special synthetic material. This isn't just for looks. It resists fading and discoloration, meaning even after years of frantic kitchen battles, it won't look tired or worn out. The double bolster design adds a professional heft that balances the knife beautifully. Ever held a butter knife and thought, I need bigger muscles? This isn't one of those knives. It feels solid, well-weighted, and makes you want to chop through a whole onion just because it's fun. But here's the twist. The heft, while great for control, could become exhausting during prolonged use. If you're gearing up for an all-day meal prep marathon, you might find your wrist complaining. So, yes, it's balanced for precision but not necessarily for everyone's comfort during extended use. Now let's talk blade quality, the heart and soul of any chef's knife. The Classic Ikon is precision forged from a single block of high-carbon stainless steel, tempered to a 58-degree hardness rating on the Rockwell scale. Translation: it's hard enough to maintain an edge but not so hard that it becomes brittle. Wusthof's P-EDEC technology claims the blade is 20% sharper and lasts twice as long between sharpenings compared to older models. I tested that sharpness myself, and no joke, the edge was razor sharp out of the box. Like, slice through a tomato, with zero effort, sharp. I half expected it to start cutting paper next. However, here comes the rub. This sharpness demands proper handling and maintenance. Wusthof knives thrive with regular honing and careful cleaning. Tossing it in the dishwasher or neglecting your honing steel can dull it much faster than you'd like. So if you're a set-it-and-forget-it kind of person, this might not be your forever knife. You might be wondering, does an 8-inch blade really make that big a difference? Absolutely. The length hits the sweet spot between versatility and control. It's long enough to tackle bigger cuts without feeling oversized or unwieldy. But if your hands are on the smaller side, this length might feel a bit cumbersome, so testing before buying is a good idea. Okay, time for a little kitchen humor. Why did the tomato turn red? Because it saw the Wusthof Ikon slicing through carrots like a hot knife through butter. Sorry, that was cheesy, but you get the point. This knife can make food prep surprisingly satisfying. Another noteworthy detail is the full tang construction. This means the steel extends all the way through the handle, giving the knife structural integrity and balance. Wusthof's craftsmanship here speaks volumes about durability. It's not one of those knives that feels like it's about to fall apart after a few intense chopping sessions. This one is built to last. However, some users have noted the handle could be a bit slippery when wet, which is understandable given the synthetic material used. So if you're prone to sweaty hands or working in a very humid kitchen, This is something to keep in mind. A better grip means safer cutting, and while Wusthof designed this handle ergonomically, it's not bulletproof against all conditions. Rehook moment. I'm about to reveal an often overlooked feature that some customers absolutely love and others dislike. What's the deal with the double bolster design on this knife? While Wusthof markets it as a special feature ensuring balance and a better cutting experience, it can also hinder sharpening the full length of the blade because the bolster is bulky. This means you can't get to the very start of the blade edge without special care or professional sharpening. That's a trade-off for sure. If you're a stickler for perfect edge maintenance, this could be a minor headache. But if you're using the knife mainly for home cooking without obsessive sharpening, the difference is barely noticeable. Now, what about the price? At around $150, this knife isn't cheap. It bucks the trend of bargain bin kitchen gadgets costing $20 and promising the moon. But in the realm of high-quality German steel and 7 generations of family tradition, is it worth it? Absolutely, for those who care about precision and durability. Salted with some witty kitchen wisdom, why don't skeletons use chef's knives? Because they just don't have the stomach for it. Yeah, another dad joke, but imagine this knife bringing some flavor to your cooking. Story time. I remember my first cook's knife, a flimsy thing that bent mid-slice. Switching to Wusthof was like upgrading from a tricycle to a Harley. Suddenly, every cut felt powerful and precise. I wasn't just cooking, I was performing culinary artistry. But reality check. Not every day is a culinary masterpiece. There were times I found the knife's weight tiring or the handle a bit slippery when my hands were oily. Just like life, this knife has its ups and downs. Let's address the elephant in the kitchen. The 4.7-star rating means overwhelmingly positive reviews, but it's the nuances that matter most. Some customers rave about edge retention, loving how the knife stays sharp with minimal upkeep. Others caution that it dulls quicker than expected without proper care. The consensus: with attention, this knife performs excellently. Without, you may be back at the sharpening stone sooner than you'd like. Another common mention is the aesthetic appeal. The black handle with its modern, sleek look makes it a centerpiece in any kitchen. If style matters to you, this is a definite plus. Also, it's dishwasher safe according to the box, but most chefs recommend hand washing to preserve the blade's lifespan. Yes, it's like a plant, you have to nurture it to keep it thriving. A quick joke to lighten the mood: why did the chef break up with the knife? Because it just couldn't cut it. But don't worry, the Wusthof Classic Ikon will never let you down on that front. So, should you buy the Wusthof Classic Ikon 8-inch chef's knife? If you're a serious cook, home or professional, who appreciates German engineering, polished design, and uncompromising sharpness, this knife delivers. It's a reliable kitchen companion with a few quirks that you can manage once you know what to expect. For the everyday cook who wants a solid workhorse knife that slices through veggies, meats, and everything in between, the Classic Ikon's full tang, high-carbon steel and ergonomic handle will make cooking effortless and even enjoyable. Just remember, you need to treat it right. Regular honing, hand washing, and slowing down for safety will pay dividends. If you value tradition, precision, and aesthetics, this knife is worth every penny of the $150 price tag. And here's the kicker: buying from Amazon not only guarantees authentic Wusthof craftsmanship, but often comes with fast shipping and excellent return policies. Ready to elevate your kitchen game? Check the link in the description for the best price on Amazon. Whether you're slicing onions for tears or dicing carrots for joy, the Wusthof Classic Ikon 8-inch chef's knife might just be your next kitchen hero. To wrap up, yes, it has some drawbacks like weight and sharpening nuances, but the precision, durability, and style make it a standout. Investing in your tools is investing in your cooking, and Wusthof's 200 years of legacy proves they know a thing or two about that. So go ahead, take the plunge, and cook like the chef you aspire to be. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the link below for the best deal and happy chopping.